Hello, everybody. Welcome to Octopunk Weekly Update for what day is it? It is July 5th, of course. We just had fireworks day all night. Today. And yes, officially, for the next 6 weeks, Austin is going to be yelling in the background of Opwu because Austin no longer has to work for the soul sucking factory and will be going off to college in August. So.
We sucked too many souls.
You suck too many souls?
They had to shut down a quarter.
All right. Well, hello, background Austin. Maybe Austin will show up on one. I haven't even thought about it. It's just now occurred to me that Austin could be part of Opwu. Oh, well, thank you everybody for joining me today. We've got some fun stuff to talk about. A lot of D3Artfest collective excitement of the first 5 days of Artfest, looking back on some of my favorite art that's been posted so far, and only just some of my favorite. I limited myself to 13, but I easily could have done 20 or 30. It was a very difficult decision. None of you should envy it today. Also, we'll be talking about all the stuff coming to Patreon in July. There's a lot of new designs and announcements for Patreon in July, which has already started. I'm actually really... Do you have to make a coffee right now? That's so loud. I can already tell these next 6 weeks are going to be glorious. I wonder if they can hear that. I wonder if they can hear the milk frother just blaring in the background of... of Opwu, as Austin has to have a 2 o'clock espresso. Will there be an art reaction stream at the end of the month like last year, says Connie? Probably not. I think I'll probably be able to fit it into fan art of the week, but we'll see. That may change. The only reason I'm also sort of thinking that might not happen is because we're shooting Detroit Reawakening like the beginning of August, and I'm actually taking the first couple of weeks of August off for that reason. So it might end up being late if that happens, but I'm trying to fit as much as I possibly can into fan art of the week for the next 4 weeks through Opwu, and maybe not even necessarily limiting it to the previous 7 days, but I might go back before that and pull from earlier in the month. So yeah. So Patreon, a lot of fun designs this month for Patreon. The sticker design this month for Patreon, I'm actually so happy with. It's almost a shame that it's 1 month only. I actually really liked how this came out, and I kind of wish I could make it a everybody all the time merch thing, but it is going to be a limited edition sticker, so you'll have to be in the $10 a month tier in the month of July to get access to it. And this is what it looks like. I've finally decided to do the Eggs and Toast Forever sticker design that I've wanted to do for a while. So this is going out with all $10 postcards as well, which I'll get to in a sec. This is a new benefit that's been introduced the past couple of months. $10 and up patrons also now get an exclusive sticker every month in addition to their autographed postcard. So if you want this Eggs and Toast Forever, most likely die cut sticker, it might... I'm still trying to make them myself, and it didn't really go so well this month with the Circle Shark True stickers. I ended up having to order them, but we'll see. They might end up being square shaped if I get really desperate. But they will still be in this design. And Mom says, nope. What I'm planning on doing, Mom, is I'm planning on making that beige border have a little bit of bleed. So we're gonna try. We're gonna see if we can do these on the Cricut. We've spent 2.5 hours trying to do the other ones by hand this month, and the design, it just didn't work with it. But I ended up ordering holographic Chartreuse Pride stickers for June, so it worked out. But yeah, this will be going out at the end of the month to all $10 and up patrons, in addition to the Eggs and Toast Forever sticker. And by the way, if anybody who doesn't know what this is a reference to, this is a reference to Detroit Voot. It's one of the Google translated lines from the Detroit Evolution script. If you haven't already watched Detroit Voot, you can go on YouTube and catch up on that and understand what this is a reference to. Although maybe you just love eggs and toast and it doesn't matter. But as far as the postcard and the autograph you'll be getting this month, It's been a couple years since I did an Austin card. I did an Austin card 2 summers ago. It was like my second month of Patreon ever. And so if you were a patron all the way back then 2 years ago, you got an Austin autograph. And it was like a waveform that had like a shark in it. I think it's currently his Twitter header was basically the design that we used. But a lot of you were not patrons at that time. A lot of you hadn't discovered us yet. So I decided to go back and do another Austin design. So you'll be getting Austin's design and autograph this month. And that design is this. Still shark themed, but with the NB colors, and also, headphones on the shark. So still sort of the same theme, but a lot more colorful and proud. So you'll be getting this if you're a $10 patron this month with Austin's autograph on the back, and that will be going out at the end of the month. For our $25 and up patrons, they'll be continuing to get 8x10 posters. And I've decided that one of the things I want to do with this poster series is I want to give out posters for each of the different films that I have done so far. If it's a poster that I kind of have already sold in the past, I'll be doing a new design. If it's a poster that I haven't sold in the past, I'll be using the original design. And this is the original design for the Psychoacoustics poster. Now, if you haven't seen Psychoacoustics, that was my third short film. It's currently on YouTube. It's a horror movie about binaural audio and misophonia, sound anxiety. So this will be going out to all $25 patrons to begin your Octopunk movie poster collection if you haven't already. Additionally, if you're a $5 patron, you'll be getting digital wallpaper editions for desktop and mobile, probably sometime this week, because I believe I finished those up, so I can go ahead and post those. Also, anybody who is waiting for that Detroit Evolution Blu-ray commentary to finish, I posted the final part of that today, so you can check that out on Patreon today and complete your listening experience to the Detroit Evolution Blu-ray commentary for all $1 and up patrons. Also, while we're here, I want to shout out all these gift subs and everything that's happened. Thank you to Brittany Plays for the gift sub, Sir Leon's for 14 months subscribed, Piccalilly for a gift sub, Queenie for 8 months subscription, Mooney Barton for the gift sub, Bakasara for the raid. I was hanging out with Sarah and Sylvia a little earlier. They were playing Papers, Please, which was really fun. We also got a resubscription from Mooney Barton for 4 months, one from Josie The Bean for 10 months, and one for Deviant Badger for 14 months. Thank you all so much for such a long tenure, all of you. In addition to all of the mailed benefits, we still have a lot of other things to offer on Patreon this month. For all $1 and up patrons, we'll be giving a early sneak peek at the pre-production process of Detroit Reawakening. This is going to include location pictures, I think possibly costume concepts. Yeah, costume concepts. Let me look at my planner here. We've got some script excerpts and some rehearsal teasers, possibly. So all sorts of various things we're doing in the final month before we shoot Detroit Reawakening, because that's right, we shoot Detroit Reawakening in a month. It's really, really soon, and I'm starting to feel the pressure a little bit, but that'll be really fun on our social media when we shoot that. I'm sure there's going to be lots of set pictures and everything that are going to be posted from all of the cast and crew, so keep an eye and follow us on social media to get ahead of that. But if you are a $1 and up patron, you will see some early exclusive pre-production stuff from the film. For our $5 tier, we're going to do our 2 live stream work streams this month. The first one will be a 1-hour Q&A with voice actress Marissa Rothfarb, who you probably recognize from Ships and Giggles or this chat. Veli Korik, she might be hanging out in the chat today. That's going to be an hour all about voice acting, but also the casting process for Fallout Sanctuary. We're going to be talking about how we cast Fallout Sanctuary, what we were looking for, and all of that. We'll also be doing a 1-hour Femme Fatale editing set stream. I've been wanting to do that for a while. It's taken me a bit to finally sync the audio and get started on the rough cut of Femme Fatale, but I finally managed to do that, so I'm ready to dive into the rough cut, and you will be there as I break ground this week, actually, Thursday at noon, Thursday, noon Eastern, we'll be doing that 1-hour Femme Fatale editing stream, and you'll get a first look at that film. We've also, as usual, got a group call at the end of the month for $25 and up patrons, and Polaroids or one-on-one calls for $50 patrons, and personalized script or short story feedback if you're wanting to pay $100 and you have a 7,500 word or less short story that you want feedback on, or a 30-page or less script that you've wanted feedback on. I can look at original stuff or I can look at fanfic. That's just something that I've always offered on Patreon since the beginning of 2021. And if you are interested in doing that, I have a little bit of time and you can take me up on that. Now, on to D3Artfest stuff. So we are now on day 5, the Lotso Day. I've already seen a lot of great stuff, which I'll show you in a sec, for Lotso Day. And the first 4 days of Detroit Absolution Art Fest, D3 Art Fest have been phenomenal. I've really enjoyed seeing all of the art, the fanfic, the sims, the cosplay. I think there's been music, all sorts of stuff that have been posted on various social media platforms and in the Discord. It's been a great way of seeing this script come to life. We still have, let's do some math, 26 more days of D3 Art Fest remaining, so I'll be giving you updates throughout the month of all of the art that's been posted, and definitely follow the tag and support the artists throughout the month of July and give them some steam, because after like day 10, it gets really hard to like keep posting all the time, and a lot of people can run out of steam, so you gotta be there cheering them on, let them know that you enjoy their work. And I'm about to let a bunch of people know that I enjoy their work. Like I said, I limited myself to 13 selections today. It was very hard to just narrow it down to 13. Remember that being on Fan Art of the Week does not determine your worth. Everybody in the D3 Art Fest tag is wonderful. I also limited myself to only one per artist, and many artists in this selection have done multiple awesome pieces. So be sure to follow everybody on their handles, on various handles they have on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, and definitely check out the whole collections that they've been doing for D3 Art Fest. Here we have some Lotso art from Herman the Moth. I absolutely love this jacket design. It is so 90s and so tacky, and they really captured JJ's expression so perfectly here. This is one of my favorite scenes in the whole script, so seeing it realized is really fun. This is from Atalula03 on Twitter. Lotso biting on a box of Cheez-Its. I love how much Cheez-Its are appearing in the various Lotso art as well. This is absolutely great. I don't know if Tallulah is here today in the chat, but I hear a lot of yelling of Tallulah's name. If they are here, raise your hand, Tallulah. And if not, definitely go give them some love on Twitter or in the Discord. This is from Shira Miggs on Twitter. I just had to share this one. I love the white space that immediately turns to everything being plants. It's kind of how I imagined we would shoot that, actually, from the actual script. This is one of my favorite Gavin lines, actually, in the whole script as well. So this is a really great moment to see realized. So go give Shira some love. This is super cute. Marvel Merlin on Twitter and on Tumblr has been posting these phenomenal Sims set builds. This was one of my favorites, the one of the DPD, but they've also got some from other scenes as well, so go check out their full collection for D3 Art Fest. I think there was one for like Gavin's apartment, there was one for Cyberlife. What was day 1? I've already like forgotten at this point. I have the memory of a goldfish. But there's so many cool details, and it's really impressive. This is so much harder than it looks to be able to do set building and stuff, and every time I ever build anything in The Sims, it just looks like a square box with like a pool table in the middle of it. So definitely much love to them, and very well done. This is from Moomie on Twitter. They've done a few pieces of art for D3 Art Fest as well. I think that this was for day 1 for the DPD. And this is one of my favorite encompassing thoughts of that prompt, actually, is at the end of Gavin holding his badge and asking, "Now what?" And you know it's Gavin because of the robot fingers. This is a really great use of the prompt, and I just like the simplicity of it. So go check out Moomie on Twitter and I believe Instagram as well. And of course, yes, hands, right? Like everybody's freaking out over hands. Josie The Bean on Twitter doing amazing stuff every single day, but the lighting in this one just captured me. In addition to the fact that this is a really cool realization of this moment and what is going through Nine's head as Ada reaches for his hand and he remembers what happened the last time she did. Really, really cool use of the day 4 prompt meeting Ada at Jericho. So go check out all of Josie's wonderful work. Josie also streams some work in progress stuff sometimes, so you can follow them on Twitch as well. So Gilu's sketch on Twitter, this was one of the hardest artists for me to choose just one. Because every day I have been floored by their style. This is the one I chose because this one is one that made me think. When I saw it, I was like, I could make this into a side scroller. I was like, should I make this script into a game? Should I make this script a 2D detective side scroller? Because this art makes me feel like this is game art. This is so cool. Go follow them on Twitter and Instagram. Go check out all of the amazing stuff that they have done. Every single day is fantastic. I agree, Connie. I don't know how they do it in one day every day. They must have had a head start. There's no way, because although they did talk about they've been doing too many details and they can't help themselves. But yeah, this just takes my breath away. And I also love the detail of Nine's in the background checking the footprint. It's subtle, but it's there. And Ada's hair on the left. Yeah, all of the details are there. It's just, it's very, very, subtle. And God, it would make such a good game. Like I want to play this game now, and I need another project like nothing, but it makes me think, doesn't it? This is from Eureka HKDBH on Twitter. I think I got that right. A lovely moment between Gavin and Nines in their apartment where Nines reiterates the line, "I feel plenty," in context. The lighting in here is beautiful. And Eureka has also been posting some of their previous art from D3Artfest on their Twitter as well, I think, and maybe on their Instagram. I saw some other stuff from D3Artfest on their Twitter. Maybe it was old. But if you go to their Twitter, Eureka HKDBH on Twitter, you can find all of their previous work for us, which is really, really lovely. We got some cosplay as well. I've seen some awesome cosplay work this week for the various prompts. This is one of my favorites from Mooney Barton on Instagram. I think Mooney's in the chat right now, so definitely wave hello to them. I love the details in this, that they actually whipped out Connect 4 for this. And also a different interpretation of Lotso with a pink boa and some glowy bracelets. And, because it's a script, Lotso could be wearing anything. It's very, you can kind of come up with a costume that's in the spirit of Lotso without literally being what he wore in a movie. So this is really, really cool and a great manifestation of this character. This is from Kandra Hands on Instagram. I loved seeing Ada again, especially in this very cute outfit that Ada's wearing. Kandra Hands, Connie, is another one that's been doing it every single day, and they've all been great. So definitely check out Kandra Hands on Instagram and see the entire collection, because they just get better and better every single day. Another one doing it almost every day, or I think every day at this point, is Lone Lion 924 on Instagram, but this one in particular was my favorite. I saw the genesis of this happen on Lone Lion's stream when they had the idea for the first time, when they were talking about planning for D3Artfest. This is the 5 love languages of Read 900. You've got quality time, physical touch, gift giving, acts of service, and words of affirmation, also known as binary. This is, of course, for the Gavin and Nines at Home prompt, where they talk about the love languages. And I love that indeed Gavin and Nines actually do have representations of all 5. This one gets me every time, just the art style of it and the color from JozoSt on Instagram. Gavin not just complaining about their apartment being full of earth, but also just literally being covered in it. I also love that you can see the cats just sitting amongst the plants as well if you look close. This is so cute. I I love this. Go follow them on Instagram and give them some love. I hope to see more from them in the future. And comfort art, that's a great way of putting it, Aim. I agree. It's just very comforting in it. And then finally this week we have this from fucking DeadMax on Instagram. This is actually a 3-panel comic, but I put in these two. You can see the full 3-panel by going to their Instagram. It is the moment where Gavin is leaning closer to Nines and then the phone rings and they have to go to a murder. I think the thing that sold me on this one whereas Nines is talking to the plant and the plant is asking, he's a fool? And Nines is like, maybe. This artist actually has several other pieces of art for D3Artfest as well, so go check them out on Instagram and see all of the lovely stuff that they have done this month so far. Like I said, everybody, there's a ton of artists that I didn't even get to this week and will probably end up getting to later in the month. But man, everything in the D3Artfest tag is so wonderful. Thank you to all of the artists who've contributed so far, whether it's fic or cosplay or art or Sims or anything else that you've done. And thank you to everybody who has been cheering these artists on and giving them the motivation to continue through this very, very long month of July. In the dog days of summer, at least for us here in the Northern Hemisphere. Very, very proud of everybody and very excited to see how Detroit Absolution continues to be realized. Austin, why are you deciding to move furniture during OPWU? Austin's just like 2 o'clock, time to be gay and loud. Oh, yes, it's going to be a long month indeed, every Monday. In terms of Twitch this week, I will not be having a stream on Saturday because I will be traveling. So the next time I'll see you on stream is next Monday at 2 p.m. for next week's OPWU. Next week, we will be talking about a entirely new merch collection that I'm going to be introducing to Redbubble. I had an idea for one. It's in fitting of something that's going on with current events. So I'll have a new entire merch collection coming to Redbubble next Monday on OPWU. And hopefully as well, within the next couple of weeks, we'll have our first announcements of the Fallout Sanctuary cast as well. I've pretty much cast everybody. I'm just getting the scripts out soon. And we'll also get contracts and everything finalized. But within the next couple of weeks, fingers crossed, I should actually have a locked-in cast of 30 different actors plus for that series. So really excited to tell you about that later in the month. So that's all I've got today. Thank you for joining me so much for Octopunk Weekly Update. And as always, stay great, hydrate, and have a happy time zone.